again. Today's Wednesday, and when I woke up, boy, did I have a lot on my mind. So, usually what I do is I wake up, I like to clear my mind, but today there was just so much on it, and I know I make these videos now every day, and to be honest, they really help to kind of organize my thoughts, especially when there's just so much going on. So I kind of want to talk about my whole thought process this morning. Woke up, it was very late because I slept in. I needed to sleep in. I may have said it in the previous 2 videos or 3 videos, how I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. So last night I went to sleep early. Today I woke up late. So right off the bat, kind of changes the day because I had stuff planned. Got to rearrange those plans, but that's fine. Got to go with the flow. I don't like planning too much because the plans never go as they may seem. Next, I was wondering, I have to take a shower today. And then I started wondering, well, what am I going to eat? Because downstairs, the bananas aren't ripe yet. A lot of the fruit, I think, is going bad. It's been out for a bit too long. As you may know, I'm also vegetarian, trying to be vegan. But there's plenty of meat in the fridge, like bacon and eggs. But I don't eat that stuff anymore, or I don't want to eat that stuff anymore. So that was another thing to think about. Then my skin was kind of feeling dry, just a lot going on. So I had to clear my mind. And I want to bring up the point of simplicity. Keeping a simple, lean lifestyle. It's what keeps me happy. The way I view it is happiness comes from within. And if your inside feels good, the outside will reflect it. But to do that, your outside life has to be kept simple so that the inside can shine through. A lot of people in today's society, at least I find, try and fill up their outside life, make it look as successful as possible. Big house, gold, riches, tons of things, materialism, that kind of stuff. And then they post it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all the social media, make it look blingy and rich. But I find the true richness comes from the inside. Success is something you feel. It's not something you have on the outside. It's something you feel inside. So that's why I live this lean, simple life. It's reflected in my room. As I've said it before, there's not much in here. I like to keep it as basic as possible. Right? And then the internal success shines through. And like I said, it kind of paints the walls, the blank walls. So then the external follows the internal. But going back to before, right? Going back to before, how I had to organize my thoughts to make them more simple. What did I mention? I mentioned I have to take a shower, right? So this might gross some people out, but hear me out. I take a shower maybe twice a week, and I only wash my hair once a week, maybe once even 2 weeks if it doesn't feel dirty. And it's not super greasy, is it? Well, the sun makes it look a bit shiny, but that's also because it's all flat packed right now because I got it in my bun. But yeah, my body. In winter, I don't need to take that many showers. I don't need to because I'm not sweating all the time because it's not as hot. I still work out, and that's why I still do a shower maybe once every 3, sometimes 4 days. I've gone longer, and even in the summer I've gone once every week. And what I found is when you just scrub your body clean, scrub it clean every single day, your skin starts to produce more oil. But if you let it naturally produce that oil and you stop scrubbing it off, it starts producing less oil over time, till eventually it doesn't produce as much. And then your sweat glands, they don't stink as much because there's not as much bacteria on there. Because the natural bacteria that lives on your body, we're getting at the science here, its composition will change. If you're constantly scrubbing off that bacteria, you're going to constantly have new foreign bacteria landing and making a home and then being scrubbed off. And so there's never this natural balance. But if you don't wash it off as often, and if you're not as like rigorous with the washing, I use very, very mild soaps. Sometimes I don't use soap at all. I just rinse with water. Same with my hair. I don't use really, really hard conditioner or shampoo. Just a very, very mild soap. Natural. Made from natural ingredients. I don't know what it's called. I just know what the bottle looks like. I just buy it from the pharmacy. But it's one of those really light ones. So you kind of keep this bacteria on your skin, and they naturally find their balance point. And then you don't stink as much. And you don't feel as sticky. You don't feel as gross. You don't have to take as many showers. Because you're not constantly scrubbing it off, so your body isn't producing all the junk all the time to try and fill up the space. Simple body. Same thing, the way I eat. I mentioned breakfast. I like to keep breakfast simple. I may have said it before, but I like something a bit more sugary to kickstart the energy. Fruit is the perfect thing. In every way, it's just this quick sugar energy. It's full of fiber, so it's like this brush that sweeps through your digestive system and just gently brushes everything out and keeps it clean and nice feeling. Fiber is a key thing in diet, at least I've discovered, because I live with Crohn's. But eating a lot of fiber, I've been able to get off my meds. I don't need meds for my Crohn's anymore. I manage it through lifestyle choices alone. And it's simple. I like to say I have 3 reasons why I decided to take on like a vegetarian/vegan diet. It all stems from love, essentially. But it was love for the self, love for the animals, and love for the planet. But since we're on the topic of simple self, I'll kind of expand on that a bit. A love of self, like I said, it's a simple diet. It's plant-based. It's very cheap. It's not expensive. Some people might tell you being vegan's hella expensive. It's not. It's the cheapest way you can eat. Right? Because for every pound of meat, that cow or that pig or that chicken needed to eat 4 pounds of plants. So should, in theory, be about 4 times as expensive. And it needs a lot more water, 1,000 times more water in most circumstances. So should be more expensive. It's not necessarily reflected in the market price, and there's economic reasons for that. But yeah, plant-based food is cheaper. Rice is one of the cheapest ways you can get calories. Same with grains, quinoa. If you eat lentils, I'm pretty sure lentils are the cheapest way to get protein in your diet. Least amount of dollars per gram of protein. Or most amount of grams of protein per dollar, if that's how you want to calculate it, engineer. So we like to work on ratios and efficiency. Yeah, simplicity, same thing. Look at my body, there's not much fat on it, not a lot of fat. It's lean, it feels good. And then my skin felt dry, so I don't like to use a lot of chemicals or these manufactured creams. I just use coconut oil or olive oil, and that solves the problem. I suffer from eczema too a bit, especially around the eyes. Like, you can maybe see my eyes a bit dry. Just put a little oil on there, easy peasy. As long as I'm not going out. If I'm going out, having shiny eyes looks a bit weird, so I put a bit less on. But simplicity. Simplicity. Leave your exterior open and free so that you can grow and expand into it, so that the inside can shine through. Because the inside, when it's successful, like I said, the external follows. And it's really a beautiful way to live life. It's very peaceful. It's humbling. It's just wonderful. So I really do try and live as simply, as lean as possible. I don't like to use an alarm clock. I wake up to the light. Some days it's not possible, if I have to wake up super early, I'll set an alarm. Or if I do have somewhere to go, like work or school in the morning, if I have an exam, I'll set an alarm. But even then, sometimes I wake up before the alarm happens, and then I could just turn it off before it rings in my pocket while I'm on the bus to school or something. Simple there. Same with exercise. I don't do anything intense for my exercise. I mean, I work out hard. I used to be a really hardcore athlete. I still keep in great shape. But it was never anything exceptionally difficult or complicated workouts. Just simple. The brunt of it was just cardio. Walking. I walk upstairs whenever I can. I walk outside in the sun whenever I can. I bike everywhere when it's possible. In winter, it's a little less possible. So then I just do it indoors. I've got a little bike trainer. I go to the gym and I'll walk on the treadmills uphill. Simple things like that. Same with the exercises. Nothing too fancy. I don't do CrossFit. I'll do it sometimes. Yeah, it's fun. Nothing crazy. Just what feels right.